Alright, it's February, and the video game plot summary for this month is Gears of War 3. I'm your host, Yusef, and my resolution for this year is 1 VGPS per month. Last year, I was a little overambitious trying one a week, and I had scripts I was busting out. So let's see how long I can go before I get fatigued. Still going through a divorce though, so who knows what's going on. And thanks in advance for riding the wave with me. Anyway, let's get started. There's a group of underground Lord of the Rings looking orcs with guns called Locusts that's tired of living in your mom's basement and is trying to come to the ground floor. Of course, they apparently either want the whole house or they just want to live where everyone else lives. I don't know. They understand English, seem reasonably intelligent. They don't want to have a conversation though. Anyway, in the first one, the Gears went and blew up a small area thinking it was the whole area where the Locusts lived. They were wrong. In the second one, all the Gears went into the safe haven of Jacinto. It wasn't so safe. They had to evacuate it and sink it. The Alpha Squad found the Queen of the Grubs, but it wasn't some butt-ugly monster. It was just some middle-aged Karen with some armor on. There was also a new group of bad guys called the Lambent that started attacking the Grubs right when Alpha Squad got there. So now it's a war triangle. So fun. I'll let Anya, Alpha's former liaison, take it from here.
Today, the coalition of ordered governments ceased to exist. Chairman Prescott, he abandoned us some time ago. We can't pretend we're a government any longer. It all began on E-Day, when the Locusts emerged and overran us. We tried to stop them with the Hammer of Dawn, incinerating our own cities, killing millions of our own people. The survivors from the Hammer strikes, the stranded, didn't want anything to do with a government that sacrificed civilians. Reduced to refugees, we found a remote island where we could start again. But some things could never be rebuilt. The broken hearts, the broken minds. Then a new enemy came after us, even worse than the last, the Lambent. Now they're spreading across Serra, killing everything in their path. We've held them off as long as we can. We're out of options. Our only hope now is to abandon the island and split up. Some of us are going to live on the remaining ships. Others want to risk going back to the mainland. Godspeed, Colonel. This is the former Lieutenant Anya Stroud, signing off.
Now hear this. All hands prepare for leaving harbor.
I guess we're all stranded now.
Also, Marcus Fenix, the main character, found out that his dad was in trouble in the first one, so he left his squad to help him out, got court-martialed and put in jail. He was freed at the beginning of the series. Dominic spent the whole time looking for his wife, and when he found her, she was unrecognizable. Dom had to put her down like a dog. That was really sad. Baird has plot armor because he's comic relief and he can fix anything, literally. He's like a super engineer. Augustus Cole, aka the Cole Train, will never die because he played pro football, and the only thing that kills pro football players is chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE for short. If you don't know what that is, you probably aren't old enough to be watching this. Tell the truth! And Carmine got shot in the head in the first Gears game.
You know the helmets have a filtering system on them, right? If you wore a helmet, then you wouldn't have to breathe in the dust.
Yeah. But I wouldn't see snipers so well then, would I?
Cool it, Dom.
His brother got ate by worms in the second.
I tell my brothers and my mom. Tell them I love them.
Alright, I think that's everything you need to know. I made my plot summaries of both games and compiled a handy playlist for y'all if you want more. Otherwise, let's start. So we start with Marcus being in jail, and Anya comes to spring him. She tells him his father is in trouble. It's a dream.
But you can't save them all.
Now hear this. Marcus Fenix and Hazard Watch to CIC immediately. Phoenix, Santiago, and Stratton, report to CIC immediately.
Yeah. I heard you the first time.
Marcus wakes up from being called to report to duty. He grabs Dom and a new guy named Jace and meets up with Anya. She informs them that Chairman Prescott is back.
You mean ex-Chairman Prescott?
That asshole. He ran out on us 18 months ago. What's he expecting now, the red carpet?
I'm waiting to find out.
Warship Sovereign.
Hang on.
Prescott arrives on a helicopter, but before the Gears can get to the landing area, they are attacked by a new form of lambent, or glowies as Marcus calls them. Marcus and crew shoot up the glowies and clear the area for Prescott to land. Prescott doesn't seem to know what happened to the cogs.
I need to see Colonel Hoffman immediately.
Hoffman's been gone almost as long as you have, Chairman.
He's dead?
He left to take a group of civilians to Anvilgate. Captain Michelson's the senior officer now. Not that we have much of a military left.
I'd better talk to the gallant captain then. I have a mission for him. Oh, and Sergeant Phoenix, you'll want to see this.
This better not be a shopping list.
What the hell kind of disc is that? My dude gave him a CD and a CD drive caddy like they used to have in the 90s. Alright kids, back in the day before fast internet, we used to put all of our info on CDs that held like 750 megs. That's less than 1 gig. But the CD drive caddy was before a normal person even had the power to write info on the CD. Like if you could burn a CD when they had CD caddies, you were like the only data pirate in the county and you would be making money off your bootleg business. Which you would need to because of how much you paid for the burner and the blank CDs. You better hope the cops don't recognize your handwriting. So the crew finds a Game Boy colored CRT screen that will accommodate Prescott's jank-ass CD caddy. And sure enough, it is Marcus's dad. You know, from the dream that was pointlessly put into the story so you could identify Marcus's dad at this moment. Seriously, how many of y'all knew that disc was going to have Marcus's dad on it? Anyway, Marcus's dad is a scientist, and of course he has no specialty. He is whatever scientist the story needs. In this plot, he is a biologist. He has been captured by the Locusts to figure out how to destroy the lambent, which is basically the emulsion that everybody uses for gas. It's infected the Locusts. Now he figured that out, and then the Locusts want him to find out how to kill humans with it. So Marcus's father decides to send out a secret message to Marcus telling him about what he is doing, but no actual pertinent information about his research. And then on top of that, the CRT glitches out and takes the speakers with it. Oh well.
Marcus, he knows about the lambent. And he looks older than when we saw him die. I know.
They don't realize that it won't save the Locust. Sarah's dying, Marcus. The whole planet's infected. It's the emulsion that's killing it. It was always the emulsion, you see, and I can stop it. I understand it all now. I've tried to contact you over the years, but I've been helped.
Damn machine. Baird's never here when you need him.
Well, Marcus loves his daddy, so that's enough for a magical quest. Right then, the ship gets attacked again, and Prescott gets on the loudspeaker saying he and the cog leader Michelson are in trouble. The squad gets there to find out that Michelson is dead, but Prescott is here. Marcus is not happy because he wants to know more about his daddy.
I'm not the conversational type, but when I get back, I want a nice long chat.
I mean, I had a dad, then I lost a dad, now I have a dad again. You've got some explaining to do. So Prescott is super concerned because he can't live without his chopper. The rest of the guys want to save the ship, so they head back topside to fight the Lambent. The Lambent released the glowy Kraken. Finish off this, I'll call it.
That thing can't take a hit.
And then Alpha Squad show up, introducing themselves with a dumpster full of tickers. Locust running bomb thingies.
Dropping tickers! What the hell's he thinking? Run!
Hey, I thought you'd enjoy the witty irony of Grub on Glowing Island.
Yeah, fucking hilarious! You're gonna blow up the whole ship, genius! Get clear! Jump!
I know what you're thinking. How did Alpha Squad even get there? Well, 1 hour earlier, they show up in Hanover looking for supplies. Cole is leading with Baird, a hot Aussie lady I think named Sam, and another Carmine brother? Aw, man. First outpost is destroyed, so they move to the second one. They were pretty hostile at first, but then they saw that it was a squad of cogs. After that, they were really hostile.
We're all in the same boat. We just want to trade for some food.
Well, we ain't got any spare food. And if we did, we wouldn't be trading it with you cog assholes. Ooh. I'll give you a side of bacon for her, though.
Oh, bacon.
Mr. Billy Goat Gruff redirects Alpha Squad to the other options, and off they go. Alpha Squad clears the nearby parking lot of Lambent Locusts to the grocery store. And Carmine is fixated on bacon because of the earlier scene.
Righto, where's the coffee?
Where's the bacon?
Of course, the glowies bust inside, but I can't believe I wrote that line without thinking it would make me laugh when I spoke it out loud. Anyway, of course the glowies attack, but regardless, the squad finds a big box full of supplies and a mechanical loader to help them carry it. Baird kicks an alien joke.
Ah, nice. That's handy.
Do I have to use it?
Not
Can
you.
somebody else
I know
use
what
it?
happens when you let an angry chick loose with a mechanical loader.
They get the supplies to the chopper and head to the warehouse where Carmine gets shot in the head.
Stinking Lambent. Jeez Louise, what the fuck?
Hey, check fire! We're on your side!
Sorry.
And Cole gets recognized.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you're him, aren't you? You're Augustus Cole. Cole Train! What brings you back here?
Hey, surprised you remember me, baby. Just passing through, looking for food. If you got any to trade, the cold trainers sure appreciate that.
All right, come on in. We haven't got any food to spare, but we might have something else you need. I meant supplies.
Good thing I wear a helmet.
They move through the warehouse and then get confronted by some new tank glowies. They blow up nice. Close are you?
Better stay clear of those guys.
Anyway, they make it to the stadium where Coltrane gets to relive his life as a pro baller.
You're the Cole Train! Woo-woo!
Yo, the cold train don't go woo-woo. It's woo!
Lambent! They're inside! The sharks are coming up inside the stadium!
Then I don't know. Let me just play this.
Cold train, never gonna let anyone else have that ball.
Are you okay, Cole?
Ah! The train still got the moves, baby! Now, that was a move I first used against the Eagles in the national finals. Of course, them bitches didn't explode.
They finally get to the boss lady so they can ask her for transportation back to the Sovereign. That's the ship's name that Delta Squad is on.
Ma'am, our ship was in trouble and we're trying to get back fast. You got any transport we can borrow?
Oh, here are the keys to my luxury yacht. Look, Cog, you're on your own.
She tells them the cable cars are still working so that they can get onto a bridge that the Sovereign is passing under. When they arrive, they find that the cable cars are gone, but there are still cables. They zip to the shaky-ass bridge and shoot up all the lambent until they reach another outpost.
Yeah, but we have to get past that first.
My unique charisma should do the trick.
Yeah, I'll have to lend you some of mine.
But this time, it's not full of people, it's locusts. By the way, Sam and Baird go at it the whole time.
Ooh. I'll give you a side of bacon for her, though.
Oh, bacon.
Hey, take the deal, Cole. I haven't had bacon in 6 months.
Surprise. The Armored Wonder's turning out to save us.
Don't you people ever try gratitude? Just to break up the friggin' monotony of sarcasm?
Don't mind him. Someone stole his teddy when he was little. Oh, come on. You're a glass half empty man, aren't you?
Yeah, buy me a beer and I'll show you.
Oh, she won't buy you anything. Your name's not Dom.
Shut your hole, Baird.
Sam, let's take the catwalk. Barrett, you and Carmine take the lower deck.
That's the only catwalk Sam's ever gonna be on.
When this is over, Baird, I'm gonna raise your voice an octave.
So they finally get to the Kraken thing that Delta Squad is fighting. Marcus tells Cole to get Baird to figure something out. They disperse looking for something helpful that the Locusts must have stockpiled in their base. That's when a Locust dumps a dumpster full of tickers on them. Baird has an idea. A little later, they find what they are looking for, and Cole contacts Marcus to tell him to get the Kraken into position.
No, bombs away! And all that shit. Hey, I thought you'd enjoy the witty irony of grub on glowy violence. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. They're gonna bomb the whole ship, genius!
Jump for it! No point! We're so dead!
I suppose you want me to say I've always loved you. But I don't. I really, really don't.
I think you got it, Baird.
I have to admit, the dialogue for Alpha Squad is pretty entertaining. So they notice all the Locusts are heading in one direction, and they surmise that this is where the Sovereign must have crashed. They get to the wreckage and find Marcus and Dom dead. You know what that means? Somebody's gonna die.
Cough it up, baby!
Dom, is he okay?
Come on, Santiago. Breathe.
Yeah, right. Marcus pops up, radios Anya, who is with Chase, and a dying Prescott. They send Carmine and Sam to help the wounded Gears at the lifeboats, while the circumstantial Alpha Squad goes to Anya. They get to the siege and find a living catapult and turn it against the Locusts. Then get to Anya and Prescott for an info dump and new objectives.
Where's that chat you promised me? Where's my goddamn father?
Myra, the Locust Queen, took over a research facility called Azura. Marcus's father had been squirreled away doing research for the Cogs. Then the Locusts took it, and now he's doing research for them. Then Prescott hands Marcus some weird-ass computer key thingy.
That old bastard. He'll be furious.
Who was he talking about?
Hoffman. The bastard is Hoffman. Spit it out. Look, Hoffman's been hanging on to that data disk he stole from Prescott back on Vectis.
So now Marcus has to take Baird to Hoffman with the encryption key so he can find the location of Azura and rescue Marcus's dad. They get interrupted by another Brumach. Baird salvages the video that confirms Prescott abducted Marcus's dad, and Marcus's dad says something about the emulsion countermeasure being important, but all Marcus hears is that Prescott abducted his dad. This is something that has always bothered me. Marcus is fiercely loving of his father. Dude is a top-level scientist. There is no way that Marcus likes him that much. In the first one, they had to go back to Marcus Manor to get the tunnel info from his dad's computer. That place was huge. There is no way any dude can work as a scientist that hard but still pay attention to his child. Marcus doesn't seem to have any daddy issues. It's damn near impossible. I mean, I guess if his father is the last family that he had left, it makes a little sense, but I don't think it would bother me that much.
Anyone got a pump and some duct tape?
I hate those chompers. Little creeps can't leave anything alone. Ugh.
Yeah, imagine rooting around looking for parts all the time.
Hey, I make intelligent use of free resources. That's how come we're still alive to bitch about it.
Come on. The Locusts must have more of these gas barges. There's our ride. Let's track it.
After taking a while, the gears stumble upon a settlement. Baird points out that blowing up their homes underground only serves to have them make their homes in different areas. And throughout the game, Baird says profound statements and makes you think about it, but the problem is that when you think about it, it kind of messes up the plot for you. I'll explain it more at the end of this week's video, but has anyone ever told you a lie that's plausible, but then the longer you think about it, the more it doesn't make any damn sense? Then when the person senses that you're starting to smell their lie, they start gaslighting you with other things to try and distract you away from what it is that you were focused on. That's what this plot is like. I'll explain it later, but that's what it is, and it bothers me. Anyway, Marcus sees a barge that he wants to hijack, and the crew head in that direction. A little later, they find the landing area. They ask Baird if he can fly it, and Baird says he snatched the navigational system off a broken barge and reprogrammed it already. Marcus tells him he did a good job.
Baird, you sure you can control that overgrown bladder when we grab it?
Yeah, Tinkle Toes, because you know bladder control ain't your strong suit.
Once. It happened once, okay? Anyway, I grabbed the nav system from that wrecked barge. One direct course to Anvil Gate. Programmed and ready.
Nice job.
I have to stop here for a second. Earlier in my playthrough, I took a break because my wife was being her normal, not nice self. She's the type of person where you busting your butt is never good enough. So we had to have the billionth discussion about her jealous, energy-draining attitude.
I'm back. It's like 12:30 at night.
I had to have another discussion with my wife because she never says anything nice, and all she does is order me around. So I play games to kind of escape the reality of that. It's a good thing they don't make any games about bossy ass wives that make everything suck. Then I get on the game for about 15 minutes, and Baird, the wisecracking battle engineer, has enough forethought to handle something for the good of the team, and the leader, Marcus Fenix, a hard-as-nails lieutenant that has been barking orders all game, sees what Baird has done and doesn't secretly hate him for being a genius at that moment. He shows Baird that he is genuinely impressed and tells him that he did a nice job. It's a fleeting moment, but I have to point it out. He makes eye contact and holds it. It's very sincere. He does this throughout the trilogy, by the way. They have objectives and they accomplish them, and at some point he will shoot out some praise and they will keep moving. Marcus built up both Carmines before they got killed for sure. Good job, Rook, all the time. It's a nice touch. I wish more bosses were like Marcus Fenix. When it happens with Baird, it's nicer because it was revealed later that Baird was the Alpha Squad leader and was demoted. Cole took his place. He doesn't bitch and complain about it. He just does his job. But it would be real easy for Marcus to think that Baird's genius moments are him trying to be the leader again. Sorry about that, but no one really watches these Gears of War plot summaries I make. I genuinely like doing them. I care about the characters, and they are just a bunch of fucking super experienced army guys. The writers didn't have to make the plots look so good, man. Alright, so anyway, the Gears get through the evacuation site and also through a corpser nest underground.
Must be feeding time. Here's Mom.
Look out! The ceiling's collapsing!
Oh, that
I don't care where this leads as long as it's out.
And up to the landing level. Unfortunately, they weren't on a stealth mission because not only are the Locusts aware of Alpha Squad being there, but they had time to suit up and bring Myra, the queen herself, to the spot to ID Marcus specifically. I never thought she died in the flood, even though the squad did. So that wasn't a big reveal. It's still perplexing how she still looks like a 50-year-old Karen, though.
It's him. Alert the fleet. I want every outpost between here and Azura at full readiness. And make sure we don't lose him again.
Oh, shit. Look at the size of that bug.
I got your number, bitch.
So after more shooty and more explodey, they finally get to that barge and start heading to Anvil's Gate.
This is the last time I fly with a budget airline. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you look over the side, you might see Anvil Gate, the lovely historic city of Anvagad. It is lovely, right?
Even Sam says it's the ass end of the world, and it's her hometown.
All right, everybody, the plot will stop right there. I know usually I like to end on a big climax. The big climax here was just basically getting a hot air balloon and leaving, you know, being discovered by the queen and then find out that she's tracking you. I usually like to end these outros pretty quickly, but I would like to expand upon what I was saying when Baird was talking about the Gears taking the spots of the Locusts and how the Locusts had to relocate and build a new place, and how this plot was a really long-running lie that made sense at the beginning, but it started to stretch out at the end, so here it is. Like and subscribe, please, by the way. And so the thing about this game's plot is that it has to walk a fine line of what story to actually show you. It's a story about badass infantry guys completing objectives and kicking ass. But, of course, war sucks. America has this love affair with war and heroism, but it only plays out well if you clear out any innocence. Because in war, everything is fair game, right? People are used as pawns all the time, and always the main motivator is money and assets. It's just business, nothing personal. Here, they try their best to make it seem like the Gears took arms for a purely defensive reason, but the war doesn't make sense at all. There was a society of male mole men living underground the whole time, run by a Karen. Now, instead of the Karen lady appearing and talking to the cogs and finding places that the Locusts can go, solving problems, she decides to attack. Okay. Now, on top of that, there is no innocence in the whole damn game. So it's okay to blow everything up all of the time. So we get to this third one and the stakes are all messed up. There is no bigger picture, no reason to fight because there never really was. They add the Lambent in there because the more story they have to give, the more they have to humanize the Locusts. So they have to add another brainless attacking horde. You see what I'm saying? So it went from monsters are attacking us to monsters are attacking us and they understand English and make complex battle strategies. Then it went to monsters with a complex underground society, one with a hierarchy and a Queen Karen. We all know that Karens are the most protective type of person in our society. That's how they become Karens. Well, if the Locusts had a Queen Karen, then why the hell are they attacking the humans out of nowhere? Also, if it's a society, there's no schools, no kids. How the hell is this woman the queen? In the first one, the Gears sent down a bomb to try and eradicate all of the Locusts. Does that include the possibility of innocence? These are the things that break the story down the longer it goes. This is why Marcus loves his daddy so much, because you need a focal point to steal from the fact that no one's motivations make any sense. I'll touch on it more briefly as the story goes along, but I just wanted to talk about it for real here. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say, and I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys saved me like Neo saved Agent Smith. Have a beautiful week. Peace.